Good morning, y'all. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I'm back with you here on a Monday morning in November to share a story that I got approval for. This is, I don't know, it's funny to me, so we'll see if it's funny to you. So, this is about when I was in high school. And I may have mentioned before that I am somewhat of a mama's boy and a candy's ass. Didn't want no trouble, no fights, no chicanery. Look that word up. You know, I had my fair share of getting in trouble, mostly because I couldn't shut my mouth in class. But yeah, so this is Randy living on the edge in high school. So a friend of mine, or probably more an acquaintance, decided to have a house party one night. And, oh, by the way, this story is about how I met or became more acquainted with, because I have a small high school, with someone that I dated in high school. Pretty sure I was in high school. I don't think it was my first year at college. It could be. But I'm very immature and late bloomer, so I could have been a freshman in college and dating someone in high school. But I digress. So this is what that story's about. So this mutual acquaintance had a house party. Their parents went out of town and there was drinking involved. So I went to this party. Wasn't getting crazy. I did have some drinks, but what ended up happening is a friend of a friend was there, and I liked her. I mean, I didn't have a crush on her, but I thought, oh, she's nice. And she had made the mistake of mixing different alcohols that night, drinking a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So at some point she was kind of very ill. In these kind of circles, they refer to it as praying to the porcelain god. So I'm at this party and she's in there having a rough time, getting nauseous and sick. Why multiple people were in the bathroom with her, I don't understand. But at the time, I was stable enough that I was trying to help her, the whole thing of like pulling her hair out of her face and that kind of thing. Almost like being a boyfriend with a drunk girlfriend or whatever. But simultaneously, another guy was trying to like take advantage of the situation and kiss on her, and he was drunk too. So I was like, get the fuck out of here. This person is, she's not having a good go of it. So all that transpires. And then we made the decision. I believe the host of the party was not drinking. Because I've talked to this ex-girlfriend of mine and we kind of connected the dots. So we ended up, the girlfriend, we'll call Ginger, and myself and a few other mutual friends decided to go to the high school basketball game. So we get there, and like I said, I'm a candy ass, not a Billy badass, not doing drugs, not drinking a whole lot. So we show up there. She's drunk and battling nausea, and I'm buzzing, and we go there, and my best friend is there, who's a cheerleader for the basketball team for our high school. So we go to the high school, and we're drunk. How smart is that? So we show up there, and I guess it's halftime or something, and my best friend at the time comes out, and she's like, what are y'all doing? Y'all are drunk. And just like, she's just laughing and, can't believe that I'm there with this person and the other girls and probably another guy, I can't remember. Not the fuckhead that was trying to get with my soon-to-be girlfriend. But, so we're there, and she's like, oh my gosh, you're drunk, to me or whatever. And so somehow that ends. So fast forward to a couple of weeks, and at the time I was in this metal band with my buddy Ron, John, and Kurt. And the name of the band was FATALITY, which I nipped off of a Slayer lyric sheet, because before that the band was called Demented Death. And then before I joined and this guy John joined, Ron and Kurt had a band called Slaughtered Goat. Anyways, my teenage metal years. Anyways, there's some photos on my Facebook of us playing. So we had this gig, and there's this club in Rome, New York. It's not there anymore, called Coleman's. And they would have this whole thing where it was free beer and soda on certain nights. So we are at Coleman's, we have this show. Well, Ginger and the mutual friends and my best friend show up at this show. And I was like, oh, cool, it's nice to see you again, whatever. So we play. And we used to do what was called board tapes, which is basically the sound man back in the day of analog would have a cassette deck that he could record the mix. Now, it wasn't the best because the way it sounded in the room and the way this cassette recording coming right off the board, it was different. Not to get nerdy, but so we have this board recording of this particular show and a couple other shows at Coleman's in Rome, New York. If you know, you know. So anyways, fast forward. So we get done with the show, and my best friend and the girls approach, Ginger approaches, and she's being all apologetic. Hey, I'm sorry about how I was. I appreciate you, helping me out and getting this fucker head away from me or whatever. I don't even know if she was aware of this person, Mark, messing with her. I think she was. So anyways, so we're there at the club, and she's like, oh, y'all did so good. And then she starts making out with me. And I had, as I've probably mentioned, had double zero game in high school. Was afraid to ask anyone out, had no idea about crushes. And she ended up, making out with me. And I was like, okay, this is fantastic. This girl is gorgeous and nice and loved hard rock. She wasn't a metalhead, but this chick was cool. She listened to Led Zeppelin, because she liked Led Zeppelin. She's a cool chick. And so we ended up dating 6 months because I kind of rescued her from this dickhole that was trying to mac on her while she's throwing up because she drank beer and wine and liquor. No judgment. It's high school, So, I don't know why that came to my mind a few weeks ago, but I did vet it with her. And I just thought it was freaking funny that you never know, how things are going to come your way. So I don't know. I'm just in this time in my life where it's kind of come what may. Don't stress. Don't try to make things happen. Obviously, if you're not happy in your job, get a new job. If you're not happy in this, that, and the other, you're not happy in your skin, do something about it. If you want a new pet, go buy a new pet. You want a new car, buy a new car. But as far as stressing about the unknown, I'm trying to live in my skin and live in the moment and try to figure out, what makes me happy. And a lot of things that I thought, and you get this way when you get old, you whittle away at the things you thought made you happy and realize what true happiness is. So just wanted to convey that story. It's meandering. It's stupid. For those that are adjacent to that story that know about it, you may know, what the deal is. I'm sure I'm going to get lit up in the comments. Comments, not the Comets. Not the Utica ice hockey team, but lit up in the comments about, who is this? I'm not at liberty to share. I made an agreement. Y'all can go fuck yourselves. Just enjoy the story and have a nice fucking day.